What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to talk about safe haven. Alright guys, so this isn't going to be a super detailed video, but we're going to give you guys the main concepts of safe haven, what they're looking to do, how they're changing the game. So this isn't a massive play in my opinion. I mean, this is one of those like, hey, this is probably going to be a needed use case, especially when we have several major hedge funds coming in and major investors coming in, and no one's really thought of this. I mean, well, they have thought of it, but I mean, if you ask someone, hey, what are you going to do with your crypto when you die? Well, this is where safe haven comes into play. A lot of people are thinking, oh, well, yeah, I'll just give them the keys, or oh, well, I'll do this. Well, a lot of people don't know how to use it or know what to do with it. And with this product, it'll allow somewhat of a so like if you die, it's hard to distribute an inheritance. Sure, you have a will, but say you give all three of your sons all the keys, or each one of them the keys. I mean, what if one of them is like, oh, I get all the money. Oh, no, I get all the money. So it's kind of like it's a very fickle line, but we'll explain it in the video and see what they're doing. Guys, by the way, if you guys are new to the channel, this is Drake on Digital. Welcome to the channel. We have a Telegram chat below if you'd like to join it. And here at the channel, we talk about different altcoin projects, small low-cap gems. If you guys have any questions or comments, join us in the Telegram chat on the Digi Squad. And if you guys do like this video, smash up the like, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification, and be sure to share this any and everywhere. You got YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, man. Share it around. Anyways, let's get into it. What is safe haven? Well, first off, they have, if you guys want to look up another video, you guys can check out this video from Altcoin Daily. They did a pretty good explanation of it, so you guys can read their or watch their video. It's an interview with the actual CEO of the company, so it's kind of like, oh, this is great. So this project, it's definitely on a tear right now, but it is still somewhat of a low-cap gem. I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, time will tell on it. But let's go ahead and explain the project. Well, the website's fair. Well, first off, let's get into the GitHub. So you can look in the GitHub. They aren't super active, but then again, they don't really. This is more so of a product. Yes, they have some users on it. They have some people on it, but it's not something like mass adoption. There's like 4,000 wallets currently using this. So it's something that time will tell, and as more and more people get in and more people think about it, they'd be interested. So this is more so a long-term play. So keep that in mind, guys. Let's go straight on their website. We'll go into the token utilization later. So here are their products. They got Inherity, SafeKey, Trust Alliance Wallet, Thor Block. Now this SafeKey thing is awesome. So what this is an additional, not attachment, but it's additional link you can put on your computer like this. And the reason why this is awesome is you have to touch this key like physically before a transaction goes through. Why is this important? Well, if someone hacks your computer or someone somehow gets into your wallet, in order for them to make this transaction, they need to physically touch your safe key or press a button on the safe key. So it's an interesting concept. So these guys are into security and inheritance. So it's really interesting what they're trying to do. And we'll kind of break it down. This article explains it, Shaw for Dummies. The white paper is very intense. I've read it. It took me like 4 hours or 3 hours to read. It's a very intense white paper, and it's only 50 pages long, but it's very complicated and complex. You almost have to sit down and focus and read it for a bit. But basically, this is their vision. Our vision. Safe Haven is a decentralized platform supporting companies and projects, aiding the expansion within their verticals. So this is also going to be used for other projects as well. So say someone has a private wallet, or you have a company wallet, and so you have a team wallet, and you don't want one CEO to have access to all of it. Just like when you, for example, a way for some companies to provide a lot of security, or like a bank vault, they have several employees to open the vault. So in order to open that vault, there's going to be like, let's say it's a 12-digit code, and there's 4 employees. Each employee has 3 different digits. So they have 3 different digits they have to enter in. So one enters 3, another enters 3, another enters 3, and another enters 3 digits. and then they can access the vault. So if there's one employee that decides to quit or leave his job or wants to get back at the company, he can't just access the vault and steal all the money. So it's the same concept with safe haven on the blockchain for cryptocurrencies, because if you have one person with all the keys, well, then someone can easily hack it. I mean, someone can just put a gun to their head and say, hey, give me the money, what's the keys? So I mean, it also diversifies risk, so keep that in mind as well. Here's some of their protocols. We will open our protocols for the community, developers, entrepreneurs, inheritance, trust professionals, existing financial services companies. So basically, guys, these guys are looking to monopolize on the insurance side, or I'm sorry, not insurance, inheritance side. So I really haven't seen many protocols at all doing this, and this is a infrastructure token. So this isn't something that's like, hey, we're going to brand it, we're going to be this brand, because you know how brands go. Do you guys remember Gap? Well, Gap's not even popular anymore, but back in the day, that was popping, man. And now it's like Nike, Adidas, and whatever the new stuff is. So here's some of their partners. They are planning on going, well, they're a multi-chain asset, so they go on several different chains. But Matic is going to be like a layer 2 solution for Ethereum. And why this is important? Well, it lowers fees big time. So really awesome. They got a lot of different partnerships. See, you even see Vechain here. The reason why it's important for this is because Vechain is big in supply chain distribution. Digibyte's important, low fees. Harmony One, we already talked about them. Guys, these guys are working with multi-chains. So the website is fairly simple. They do have, I like it. It's a lot of websites you go on, they have like multiple pages and like, whoa, what am I looking at? And you get overwhelmed. This one's a little more simple to understand. I'm not going to read the other 43 pages in this white paper. You guys can go look at that. I'm not going to go over it. But this is the use case for the token. So first off, what is the token used for? Well, it's used every time you make a transaction on the chain or creating a contract. And the reason why there's it has good tokenomics is in order for a company or a provider or a person to start a contract that allows them to have a safe haven plan, they need to have a certain reserve of tokens. They haven't really explained the exact amount yet. Like I told you, they're still young in its stages. I believe it's about 1,000 SHA, but don't quote me on that. And basically the reason for this is it starts the contract and 1,000 they consider to be enough to make different transactions on the blockchain. And they do have a token burn. So 80% of the gas that is paid, theoretically all the SHA is going to be used for gas unless you're staking. And yes, there is staking. 80% of it goes to a reward pool. And of that 80%, 20% is burned forever. The reward pool is for the people staking on the network to provide that security. So again, we already talked about this as well. Not many people are doing this. It even states it in their white paper as well. And SHA will become the world's first inheritable digital asset. Really important, guys. And how do they do this? Well, this is how they do it. Actually, I am going to go above in the paper. I forgot to explain that part to you guys. I'm sorry. By the way, guys, while we're scrolling up, if you guys are liking this video so far, go ahead and smash with a like, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification. That way you guys are notified every time we make a new video. Would really appreciate some love smashing that like and subscribe. So this is how they do it. So they split your private keys up into several different shares. Say you have 10 different children, 20 different children. That's crazy if you do, and same thing if you have 10. But let's just keep it simple. Say you have 3 kids and a wife. So you can split up the different shares, and one child can have one share of it, or another can have another share, and so on. But now you guys are thinking to yourself, okay, well, they all have shares, so what do? Well, this is what happens. Say you pass away, or say you're the main holder of it, and you pass away, so they can call upon the shares and say, hey, look, this guy just passed away, because you can call upon it in a smart contract. It's a simple app too. You can literally just say, hey, look, my dad passed away. I'm ready to get my money. We're going to put the shares together. And all the 3 kids cooperate together and coordinate together to put all 3 together and get the funds. Now you're like, oh, well, the guy's still alive, but these kids are just trying to steal his money. So what happens is the SHA on the smart contract, it'll contact the main holder, and if he can respond, you can set it up for text message, email. You can set it up in different ways, and if he doesn't respond saying, or if he responds saying, yeah, I'm still alive, or yeah, this isn't right, they shouldn't be calling upon it, and then you can kind of know your kids are colluding, so it's kind of cool as well. But it won't allow the transaction to go through. So it's really interesting. So there's also a failsafe if worst case scenario, if that was to happen. So it's kind of like, oh, well, this is good. So say he does theoretically die, and it is true, they'll call upon the smart contract, and it'll verify, oh, okay, the guy didn't respond. Okay, so we'll go ahead and process the transaction through. And how they do this is they store the keys, so it's not all stored in one. So they store it on different blocks or in different hashes. So say there was a quantum computer that was to decode all the hashes, they would need to organize them. So it's similar to like Tornado Cash. So Tornado Cash, what they do is anyone who sends a transaction into Ethereum, it could be like 100 different people from one wallet address, but it basically, your Tornado or the deposit they're depositing into is one single wallet, and then it spits out funds in different places, and no one knows where it really comes from. If you guys haven't watched my video on Tornado Cash, go ahead and watch the video so you guys can get an understanding of what it is. But basically, all of these hashed functions for the private keys are, what is that called? Encrypted. So you can't really read it exactly word for word. It's encrypted, so it can't just be easily deciphered. And hey, we're going to decipher all these keys, put them together, and we're going to steal his funds. No, they're specially encrypted. So say each of these kids, they have their own hash, they call upon the hash, and it'll give them that portion of the private key, and then in person or together, they can put all the private keys together, and it unlocks the wallet. And they've just inherited the funds. And there are different plans that you can purchase with the SHA tokens. But first, let's go ahead and go over the funds, like the allocation. So about 40% were in the total token offering, 10% to community and media, and this is going to be used like for marketing and so on, 10% to advisors and partners, which are going to be people who are helping with the blockchain or helping them build the project and advising them what to do, 20% to enterprise and title partners, 10% to the team and founders, so very low for the team and founders, which is nice, and then 10.5% in the reserve for development, so they have some funds to be able to use to be able to build. Now here is the token supply. They have a total of 8.5 billion tokens. So it looks like the token conversion was 1,300 SHA per VET, which is per Vechain. I don't remember what the price of Vechain was when they launched. You would just have to look into it, but I'm sure it was way cheaper than where it is now, so do keep that in mind. So for the most part, they did complete most of their roadmap. Here on the roadmap, they were basically integrating, finishing the white paper, ICO launch, development of the platform, and the release, different things that they've integrated. So for the most part, they are done with their roadmap. Now it's just a matter of getting partners and people seeing this project. So again, this is a older project, so do keep that in mind. It's not something that's like one of those newer booms, and you guys can see it on the chart as well. They've been around since 2019, but they're finally getting traction now because I told you, institutional investors are coming in on the protocol and into blockchain, and millennials, they don't think about death. The old guys, the guys getting into it, the guys with all the money, they think, oh, well, what's going to happen when I die? And that'll be a cascading effect, because when people see, oh, well, what's going to go on? And these big investors, they're going to want to become whales, and they'll be like, wow, no one's talking about this. Let's buy a bunch of these tokens. But again, time will tell. Not financial advice, just my opinion on what will happen. So again, we'll go over a quick overview. Safe haven for dummies. This is a Medium article you guys can look into as well. But basically, Safe Haven is an inheritance platform. Again, we've already gone over this. It'll distribute your assets to your heirs if needed, or by your request. You will be in full control of assets all the time. So if I'm the guy who opens up the project, again, like I told you about the text message, email, etc., it allows that integration. And again, Safe Haven does not own your keys or your crypto. They only store hashed amounts. So you send out different hashes. So how that works is you break up the chain and say, hey, I want to store these first 5 digits or these first 5 characters of my seed phrase and send it into this hash. And you organize how you want it. So they don't have your hash. So here's a couple of their plans. They have the family circle plan. Is basically, this is just a very basic concept. So it's just like a will for a family. Very, very easy to understand. For the investment circle, this would be something for like a company or a startup or the funds. That way there's no bad actors and they don't try to take all the money. And then there's others like a vault for just storing digital assets. Like if you want to get with a couple buddies and say, hey, let's start our own investment wallet, because the reason why you do that is gas fees are crazy right now. So instead of just doing multiple transactions of $200 worth of crypto and spending a $50 gas fee, you can get 5 buddies together, invest in it, and say, okay, we'll throw $1,000 at it and still pay the same gas fees. So it saves you some money. And then you have the Trust Node. Trust Node is a masternode sharing solution. This allows users to share masternodes for Vechain and other projects, possibly Safe Haven's own masternodes. So it's very interesting as well with the staking feature. And then you have the Trusted Alliance Network. This is basically the autonomous social network and the blockchain advisor. So this is basically your quote-unquote 1-800 attorney or someone you can consult, and you have no idea who they are and they have no idea who you are. They're just doing what they're supposed to do and just going about their jolly life. And they are going to be negotiating more partnerships for more professionals as well. And there's a couple of other things we can go over, but I think the coolest one is this safe key. So guys, they are innovating. They have a good team. And if you guys want to watch a video or an interview with Logino, go ahead and watch this video. He'll explain it a lot better. It's straight on the CoinGecko website. Gives you a really good understanding of the project. But again, guys, you also got to factor in that there are a couple concerns on here. So I am just letting you know in advance, this is a lower token. So again, guys, this is a small cap token. This is not a proven project. Time will tell on what happens here. Here's some of the concerns. So like, for example, this VForge, this is their Explorer. It's not currently active. So it's kind of like, well, something's wrong. Maybe they just had a wrong link. So you use the Wayback Machine. Let's see if we get anything. And we do get an old Explorer, so maybe the links were just incorrect. I'm not too sure, so maybe they have their own chain. I don't know. Time will tell on this. But again, guys, this is something you probably don't want to bet the house on. But hey, if you can throw a couple dollars at it, see what happens. I mean, it is on KuCoin, so it's on a centralized exchange, so you don't have to pay crazy gas fees. So keep that in mind. If you guys haven't started a KuCoin account, I have a link in the description. Yes, I do get I don't even know how it works, so I have no idea what I get from it. It just said, here's my referral link, and I was like, cool, thanks, whatever. So if you guys want to use the referral link, great, go for it. If not, I don't care. But thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in. That's Safe Haven in a nutshell, and we're going to leave you guys with a wisdom one-liner. Proverbs chapter 26, verses 28. A lying tongue hates those it hurts, and a flattering mouth works ruin. Yeah, that makes sense. So a lying tongue hates those it hurts. So what I take from this is usually if someone's jealous of someone or if they're mad at someone, they'll do something or say something to hurt them. So it really is someone who's doing that out of hatred. And the same thing with the flattering mouth works ruin. So what happens with this is someone is constantly puffing someone up, and eventually that person may get not turn they kind of puff themselves up and say, oh yeah, I'm all good, I'm the best, because everyone else says that. So it's kind of like corrupts, or it corrupts the person. So keep that in mind, guys. Be careful with your words. Thanks for watching, guys, and smash up the like, subscribe, bell notification. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and hit that bell notification. That way you guys can be ahead of the game every time we make a new video. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and without you guys watching, I wouldn't keep doing these videos, but I'm hoping I'm helping you guys. If I am, smash that like button. Go ahead and get started with the triple threat. Go ahead and start with the Celsius account. Here's a referral link where you guys can earn $20 in BTC. Really awesome. Set up a Celsius account, easy to use, and you get crazy interest rates on your Celsius account. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, you name it. The next one in the triple threat is a crypto.com account. Super easy to use, super easy to set up, really easy to buy and sell on it. I don't like how it doesn't have limit orders, but really easy to use. And here's another referral code for 25 bucks in CRO. Here's the referral link, A8GP, you guys can read it. But anyways, guys, a cool place to buy cryptocurrency on the go. Allows you to buy small altcoins, unlike Celsius. Celsius is more so like your bank account. And the third one, this one is a fun one, Voyager. This one is more so where you can buy with limit orders. It doesn't have as many altcoins as crypto.com, but it's really easy to use, easy to set up, and yes, this one does come with a referral link as well, and you'll get $25 in BTC. This is how you can do a limit order, super easy to use, and they don't charge any trading fees whatsoever. Here's the referral link. You can't copy and paste it, but you can look in the description to copy and paste, and you can put that in and set one up. 25 bucks, free BTC. This is the funnest one though, Lolly, free. There is a referral link to this one too. I've actually won 100,000 sats one time on one of the taps, which is worth like 100 bucks in Bitcoin. So it's crazy. Look, and there's even proof in the wallet. Look at that, daily stack, 101. Guys, set one up. It's really easy to do. Download a Lolly account and just set it up.